And the issues with it is we struggle now to have relationships with older brothers. A lot of us my age, a lot of us from the crack era that was born from 84 to 92, we struggle with the older brothers because when we went to them for help, they enforced the bullshit. So we was like, dang, why are we getting abused? We getting kicked out. We getting hurt. We going into the system, having a fighting off molesters, all this shit. In the group home system, and they telling us, man, that's your mama. You wrong if you say this. And we still struggle with that concept. I've witnessed this up close and personal with my own mother, because my mother, she used to actually read the feminist books, the bell hooks books and stuff. And it shocked me because my mother told me to my face that I don't like men. You just my son. Wow. You know what I mean? And a lot of us I was born in 89. A lot of our generation grew up with these mothers like that. And behind the mothers, there was a group of men enforcing the bullshit. Like when something would happen to us, we would go to the men and they would tell us, oh, that's your mama. Don't say nothing about her. You supposed to do this and you supposed to do that. And when I heard the first time I ever heard that black woman is God situation was from a dude. I didn't even hear it from a woman. It was my father. He was an El Rook, and I grew up like Orthodox Islam, praying 5 times a day, doing Ramadan, doing all of that. It wasn't until I left that and tried to search for like my black identity, I became a 5%er. That's when I ran into all the woman lead man nonsense. And it's like, as soon as I went over to try to go to the black African side, there was a whole group of men talking about, follow the woman. Your mama always right. Do this and do that. And our mothers was abusing us. Wow. Wow. Yeah. So everything I learned that was like every gynocratic practice I learned to do with women came from an older man telling me that's how you're supposed to do women.
Right. And a lot of times you'll see that the source of this, when you dig deep enough, it usually comes down to profit, because a lot of these industries really rely on that dollar. 70 to 80% of consumer good decisions are made by women. That's out of Forbes.
You got to remember, the gynarchy is a system, just like patriarchy is a system, right? And just like white women, believe it or not, even black white feminists protect the patriarchy or what's left of the patriarchal system. Black men protect the gynarchy the same way, because I've heard grandfathers would prefer to send their granddaughter to college versus their grandson. So it's not a new thing. This has been whereas a black boy should drop out of school in 5th or 6th grade to actually make money so they can actually send the girl to college or to high school. So this is not new. So this has been indoctrinated into not only the women, but also the men. It couldn't work without the men. Gynarchy couldn't exist without the men.
But what's important to realize is what Brother G had said was that, and this is something I alluded to earlier, was that many of us have grown up in female-led households. Okay. Yeah. And more often than not, their perception of their experience with their husband or children's father has been, they feel victimized, or they feel some bitterness and so forth. Whether or not that was the actual case, that was their interpretation of it. Or maybe they made some bad choices, and so some of those things ended up leaving them embittered, which ended up being something that came out in their dialogue as they're raising their children. So a lot of black men have grown up with men or with their mothers telling them that black men are no good. They're talking negative things about their
father, about the father, while he's at work.
Because we're in a fucking gynarchy, god damn it!